On the news tonight, Anambra Governor Soludo commends NUJ for adhering to professionalism in discharge of duty. Anambra government attracts international bodies to tackle erosion challenges. On national matters, federal government enjoins African countries to embrace technology transfer. On the international scene, all parts of society charge to contribute as Norway raises emission targets. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and thanks for joining us on ABS Evening News. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has commended the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, Anambra State Council for adhering to professionalism in the discharge of their duties. Governor Soludo gave the commendation during the 2022 NUJ Press Week, which also featured the investiture of Woman of the Year by the Council at the Godwin Ezemo International Press Center in Oka. Onyinye Agubeze has details.
Governor Soludo, represented by the Commissioner for Information, Sapo Wosu, stated that despite the opportunities provided by social media, it still lacks the essential of journalism that includes disseminating information that has been fact-checked, accurate, and well-structured before publication, and urged journalists to continue to protect the ethics of the profession. Governor Soludo praised the union for an eventful week and called for social media regulation to ensure accountability and accurate information. The senatorial candidate for the All Progressive Congress (APC) for Anambra Central Senatorial District in the 2023 general election, Chief Kodilichukwu Okelekwe, told members of the union that they have an important role to play in the forthcoming election by ensuring that the citizens are well educated on the right qualities of a leader. Chief Okelekwe praised the state government for its efforts to combat insecurity as well as the Nigerian Union of Journalists for its accurate projection of activities in the state and the nation at large.
We have an onerous task to educate our people, to ensure that the right leaders are elected at all levels of governance. Not just elected, it is also your duty to ensure that the process of them getting into office is fair and credible.
Speaking on the selection of Dame Adora Umoji, Deputy Managing Director of Zenith Bank, as the NUJ Woman of the Year, the Chairman, Nigeria Union of Journalists, Anambra State Council, Dr. Emeka Odogu, described it as a well-deserved award because she has played a tremendous role in the society through her humanitarian activities and investments in the state to bring about development. An award at Anambra State NUJ Matriarch was also given to the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic, Paul University, Oka, Professor Stella Okunna. The event had as its theme traditional media and threat of the social media, implications for national development. Speaking on the theme, the keynote speaker, Mr. Victor Ogene, who is the candidate for the Labour Party for Obaru Federal Constituency in next year's general election, stated that as the internet brought globalization to the world, the use of social media platforms also dominated. He explained the implications of social media, including individuals, governments, and organizations being scrutinized by the public on a daily basis. Others who spoke on the theme were the member representing Oyi and Ayamelu Federal Constituency, Chief Vincent Ofomelu, Managing Director, Anambra Broadcasting Service, Sachido Obidegu, and Head of Department of Mass Communication, Chukwuemeka Odumegu Ojukwu University, Professor Angela Wammo. In Oka, I am Onyinye Agubeze reporting for ABS News.
Anambra State government has attracted top international bodies to assist in tackling major erosion sites in the state. The Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezemu, disclosed this shortly after the inspection of some major erosion sites in Ezioko village, Oko in Orumba North local government area. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okoko reports.
During the inspection, the ABS observed that the erosion site, popularly known as Mbuze Akama, which according to the villagers had carved in over 30 houses and other valuables, will soon sack the entire Ezioko village and neighboring villages if action is not urgently taken by relevant authorities, as more houses are still under threat by the erosion. The deputy governor, who regretted the rate at which the state is losing its landmass to erosion, pointed out that Anambra State and federal government alone cannot remedy the situation, hence the need for international organizations' assistance. Assuring the people in the area of the immediate intervention, Dr. Ibezim said that one of the international organizations that accompanied him on the inspection exercise will train people of the state on practices to imbibe to prevent erosion, including bamboo planting. Dr. Ibezim warned the villagers and the entire Anambra against practices that could aid erosion, especially engaging in illegal excavations, which he identified as one of the major causes of erosion menace.
Partners. Ndị chabiala inyela anyị aka maka na onwe ka iwe na-elu asị ụwa ọ bụrụ si iwe steeti emewu ọbịa bụ okwu federal dị emewu si ya na anyị niile den anyị nwe emekwuo nke dị ala anyị eziokwu na onwe nke mmiri na akwa ma ebe niile mana ka unu si wee kwukwe o nwekwe nke anyị na-ele aka na-eme ọrụ eziokwu a na-eme anakọ aja ebe ekwesịrị ịkọ aja.
On his part, the United Nations resident and humanitarian coordinator, Mr. Matthias Schimmel, who led a team from the United Nations Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, assured of United Nations assistance to Anambra State in tackling the erosion.
What we can do to support being better prepared for future, to make it less of a risk and to help you cope more easily and better when it happens again. But thank you for allowing us to see and visit with you, and again we hope that good support continues and that you will be able to soon go.
Also speaking, an American advisory board member of Afri Decarbonation Cooperative Limited, Ms. Diana Doheny, reaffirmed that they are ready to partner Anambra State government in erosion control and prevention, disclosing that her organization will train the Anambra on bamboo planting and other preventive measures against erosion through Sustainable Trans Environment International Foundation, headed by Mr. John Obodo.
Can play a role if the governor and deputy governor would like us to participate. It's going to be up to them. It's we have an opportunity to bring some capital into the country so that that could help with perhaps some bamboo plantation development down along the river, especially where it was so badly devastated, and then perhaps also provide some opportunity for economic redevelopment and jobs for the people that have lost some of their livelihood. So.
Some indigenes of Ezioko village who spoke to the ABS, including Professor Chukura Agenam, Mr. Lambert Madoka, and Mr. Ikenna Ekweme, thanked the state government and the international teams for coming to their aid, recommending that the government should checkmate excavation activities in the area, as according to them, the erosion escalated because of illegal evacuation by some groups. Among the deputy governor's entourage were the state chief of staff, Mr. Ernest Ezajoye, Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Felix Odimegu, Transition Committee Chairman for Anambra East Local Government Area, Dr. Anselm Honora, that of Anambra West, Mr. Felix Ikechi, among others. International organizations that came for the inspection include UNICEF, World Health Organization, United Nations Office for Humanitarian Affairs, and International Organization for Migration, a United Nations Migration Agency. From Oko in Orumba North Council area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Speakers at the Just Health third anniversary program of the Anambra State Comrades Association, ASCA, has rekindled hope for a better society should the youth brace for the challenge of taking their destiny in their own hands. Anambra State Comrades Association is an umbrella body for former students' union leaders who have graduated and successfully completed the compulsory National Youth Service Scheme. Correspondent David Ndife filed the report.
The chairman of the occasion and Commissioner for Power and Water Resources, Engineer Julius Chukwuemeka, charged the youths to engage in personal development to stand out positively for promotion any given time by keying into the Governor Chukwuma Soludo program for the youth in the state.
My dear friends in ASCA, I told you last year that the saying that youths are the leaders of tomorrow, to me, is a fallacious statement. Youths are the leaders of today and tomorrow. We cannot lead tomorrow if we don't know what is happening today. So, but we cannot lead if we engage ourselves in some certain acts.
The special advisor to the governor on youth empowerment, Dr. Nelson Omenora, seized the opportunity to applaud the Soludo-led administration for the One Youth, Two Skill initiative, noting that the move is geared towards engaging the youths and making them more resourceful. The managing director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Sachido Obidiegu, appreciated the good initiative of the association and described media publication as modern tools for personal development and growth for the youths of any society for peaceful coexistence, as well as rapid promotion of good values and capacity building.
You are leaders now. You are leaders of today. So start the orientation from the house. After all, they say charity begins at home. From home. What do you say to your brothers? What do you say to your sisters? What do you say to your parents? The youth should on their own engage other youth organizations, women groups, market associations, sectoral groups, faith-based institutions, trade unions, town unions, and other social cultural organizations, and insist that things must be done rightly in this country.
The occasion was graced by Labour Party senatorial candidate for Anambra Central Senatorial District, Senator Victor Ume, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chuma Ude, represented by Dr. Brian Ude, Special Advisor to the Governor on Entertainment, Mr. Bob Manuel Udoku, among others. The keynote speaker on the occasion and Vice Chancellor, Tanzania University, Umunya, Professor Eugene Mwadialo, represented by the University PRO, Barrister Bonnie Amala, stated that the good works of showing the light has been the pivot of the great leaders of the country, citing Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe as an example, while lamenting that ignorance of history has been the major challenge of the youths in this century, enjoining parents to wake up to their responsibilities. The convener, Comrade Collins Okelue, expressed pleasure and satisfaction with the turnout of the event, noting that the main role of the group is to reunite with leaders of all tertiary institutions in Anambra State with a view to providing a platform for tackling common problems and giving collective support to the society.
I wish to welcome the employees of ASCA designates as they are being installed and inducted into this noble board of ASCA mayors.
Officials of Awka Capital Territory Development Authority has commenced patching of some potholes in the Capital Territory. Speaking to the ABS at Aroma, Awka, where the agency kicked off the exercise, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of ACDA, Mr. Osi Onuku, said that what they are doing is to ensure that the city is motorable, devoid of potholes, to reduce unnecessary traffic in the city. Chibuzo Okoye has details.
Mr. Onuko, who revealed that the ongoing work, which is going to be continuous, is a public-private partnership with Sagas Construction Company at no cost to the Anambra State government, and assured that they will deliver a quality and durable work to the satisfaction of the Anambra. The ACDA boss, who commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for awarding major roads within the Capital Territory, called on the citizenry to continue their unalloyed support to the Soludo administration for it to achieve its mandate. He maintained that ACDA will never renege on achieving its mandate of having a prosperous and livable city according to the Governor Soludo agenda.
So we are helping the Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, to solve the problems of all limited potholes everywhere on the roads of Anambra. So we are doing this and we are very committed to doing it.
Commending ATSDA for being responsive and innovative, a supermarket manager at Aroma, Mr. Thaddeus Oluchukwu, said that patching of the potholes would help to give Awka a new look coupled with massive construction going on across the state.
Amaka na no na aga n'ilu obodo so nke Aroma nke anwansi gabala ebene solution o ma ite go lo ma ite o che dika mmiri kwụsị akwụsị ọ gabago.
In Awka, this is Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
The 2022 Press Week of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Anambra State Council, has come to an end. The Anambra State Council members were led by the leadership of the union, Dr. Odogwu Emeka Odogwu, to Rema Deliverance Mission Awka for a Thanksgiving service to mark the end of the long week events in the state. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata reports.
Members of the council, who filed out in their numbers and danced to the altar, appreciated God Almighty for a successful week-long activity which featured facility tour, picnic at Ubunike Cave, novelty march, lectures and symposium. In his words of exaltation, the senior pastor in charge of Rema Deliverance Mission Awka, Dr. Amechi Nwachukwu, whose theme was "What is your hope?" said many have lost hope and courage as a result of afflictions, but encouraged them to trust in God, accept him as Lord and personal Savior, and assist the needy in the society. Dr. Nwachukwu, who congratulated NUJ Anambra State Council for a successful event, which according to him is a welcome development to appreciate God through Thanksgiving, described them as the conscience and watchdog of the society that should not be toyed with, as they have powers to build and destroy.
And oge emekwa ka family unu bụrụ ndị ọ na-enyekwa ihe ọ na-provide for ka unu wee bụrụ ndị na-alụ ọrụ unu ọfụma.
In his speech, the Anambra State NUJ chairman, Dr. Odogwu, said it was necessary to return all glory to God for a successful press week, adding that the press week is like a holy week to the union, which signaled the period to review the scheme of the union for the year. He thanked the press week committee and all members of the council for their support, stating that the just concluded press week is one that members will never forget in a hurry, as series of activities took the center stage. Dr. Odogwu appreciated the pastor for all his kind support and humanitarian activities to the union by providing free Medicare and cash, praying God to replenish him abundantly.
Our members have benefited from his hospitality and equally his benevolence. Yes. Giving free Medicare. Yes. We are proud that you have our member here.
Chairman of the 2022 Press Week Organizing Committee, Mr. Tony Okafor, thanked God for making the Press Week a dream come true and assured of better days ahead with the pace the current administration of the council is setting and the cooperation of the government.
Press Week is like a holy week. We have taken stock of how we went for the year and we are projecting where to be next year.
A former secretary of the council, Dr. Emeka Arinze, commended the pastor for his assistance to the society, noting that God has been using him to touch and save lives of many. The vice chairman of the NUJ, Anambra State Council, Comrade Ngozi Obileri, and secretary to the Press Week Committee, Comrade Ifi Obi, among others, were part of the Thanksgiving, which featured visit to Tender Love Orphanage Home. Receiving the food items and materials from NUJ on behalf of the orphanage home, Miss Olivia Odunukwe appreciated the union for the visit and provision of succor to the orphanage home, praying God to reward them abundantly. Emmanuel Shibata for ABS News.
On national matters, federal government of Nigeria has enjoined all African countries to be committed to digitalization and technology transfer for social, economic and political freedom of the continent. The Minister for State and Technology and Innovation, Chief Henry Nko, who stated this when a delegation from the Digital Cooperation Organization, DCO, came calling at his office in Abuja, said that the digitalization is key to the desired development of any nation, Nigeria inclusive. Ekwe Ajide has details.
He noted that deliberate digital human capacity building will enhance accelerated industrialization of Africa as digitalization and technology transfers have made the world a global village, thereby creating jobs, reducing poverty, as well as minimizing mass exodus of Africans to Europe in search of greener pastures. According to Chief Iko, Africa can only achieve her goals in digitalization, technology, and innovation through collaboration, which will enhance cross-fertilization of ideas necessary to compete and take her desired position among a committee of continents.
It will guarantee industrialization. When people are gainfully employed, moving out people from poverty, there will be no need. African people will not be struggling to go to overseas because everything is here. We have the whole raw material. What we really require in terms of digitalization is for us to begin to cross-fertilize ideas. And when we cross-fertilize ideas, train our people, retrain them, then things will be better for the whole world.
In a speech, the leader of the team and the Secretary General of the Digital Cooperation Organization, DCO, Ms. Dima Al-Yahaya, said the aim of her visit was to empower the digital transformation and economic strategies of Nigeria, as well as understand the system of the country. She commended Nigeria for being one of the founding members of the organization, made up of 12 countries from different continents and represents 600 million population, covering $2 trillion GDP.
Is by sharing best practices and by opening the borders and markets for our enterprises, our startups, and also to collaborate and share the best use cases and lessons learned. Therefore, the real collaboration between government, private sector.
In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide, ABS News.
Anambra State government has asked citizens to be mindful of the environment in order to be able to address some of the ecological issues facing the state. The Commissioner for Environment, Engineer Felix Udumegu, stated this during a one-day youth leadership workshop in Onitsha. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has details.
The Youth Leadership Workshop was organized by the Nigerian Youth SDGs Network, NG Youth SDGs, a youth-led and 7 civil society organization advocating for the meaningful engagement of young Nigerians in attaining United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The program, which featured capacity building, training and advocacy workshop, explores good practices for young people to develop individual skills and means to become advocates against climate change. The workshop, themed Climate Justice and Change in Attendance, engaged participants in a parliamentary session debate and sharing of ideas for best policy practices and recommendations. Speaking, Commissioner Odimegu, who spoke to the Director, Ecology Department in the Ministry, Mrs. Ifeoma Onuzulike, said that climate change is man-made and advocated massive awareness on the implications of destroying the environment, including cutting of trees, blocking of drainages, and indiscriminate dumping of refuse. The Environment Commissioner called for attitudinal change on the environment as no human can survive without the environment, and concluded by asking the youths to leverage on the opportunity to widen their scope of knowledge.
So climate change is what each and every one of us, there is no exemption. Everybody, all hands must be on the earth to combat this devastating effect of climate change in our environment.
In an address of welcome, the Anambra State champion of the network, Mrs. Chidimma Okoye, pointed out that the aim of the workshop was to provide training for youths in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country in order for them to develop the skills and means to engage in dialogue and exchange ideas on climate issues such as pollution, flood, among other related issues confronting the nation. According to her, the workshop was to prepare them ahead of the COP27 coming up on November 6, 2022 in Egypt, and stated categorically that issues of climate change and biodiversity loss in Nigeria requires stronger commitment, as the organization believes that young people have the ability of addressing the issues destroying the country.
They are the future. When we get them, they can go back to their families, to their friends, neighbors and all that. Let's just fight against this misuse of our environment, let me just put it that way. and protect our environment.
A resource person, Mr. John Bosco Ibekwe, revealed that some of the environmental disasters facing the nation is a return of the careless treatment by the people, warning that without proper care of the environment, there is no solution to climate change.
God has created everything and has handed it over to us as young people to take care of. How to take care of these things is also the future of the human family.
During the interactive section, Mrs. Chioma Chukwuemeka from Onitsha, Mr. Okunna Ikwazom from Nnewi, and Chinedu Ololo from Oka suggested that government should provide a policy that will tackle some of the consequences of climate change.
Report says Norway has raised its target by cutting climate-related emissions at least 55% by 2030, but says it would not dismantle its oil industry. The government announced its new commitment in a statement on Thursday, just 3 days before the start of COP27 in Egypt. Its previous goal was to cut emissions by between 50% and 55% before the end of the decade. Though Norway is not a member of the European Union, the updated emissions targets aligns the country with those set by the 27 nations bloc. This strengthened climate commitment comes after calls at COP26 last year for countries to tighten their targets. Climate and Environment Minister Espen Barth Eide said that all parts of society must contribute if Norway is to succeed. That's the size of our package tonight, but remember that you can follow ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main point again, Governor Soludo has commended NUJ for adhering to professionalism in discharge of duty. Anambra government has attracted international bodies to tackle erosion challenges. On national matters, we told you federal government enjoined African countries to embrace technical transfer. And on the foreign scene, all parts of society has been charged to contribute as Norway raises emission challenge. Before the news, here is a message. Governor Soludo has called for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Many thanks for watching. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Good night.